what I wanted to discuss or talk about was interest lists. Now, interest lists have been around since March 2012, I believe. And you can see this is my regular timeline. This is my regular news feed. So these are like friends and family. And what you find is that a lot of the stuff on there, you've got no real control over what comes through on your news feed. I mean, there's stuff on here that I'm not that interested in, but my friends might be interested in, or my family members might be interested in, or just other acquaintances. I'm also linked up with some groups. So these are from like certain groups I'm involved in. There's a Udemy group there, the podcasting group, etc. But what I found really useful is the interest lists. So just here, these interest lists, like I said, they've been around since around March 2012. But what I'm seeing is that you can really use them as a powerful tool to stay ahead of the game and to stay at the cutting edge of what's going on in your field. So what I've done, I developed a list for digital marketers, and I just added a number of people that I'm aware of in this sector or in the digital marketing field, a few key players, a few influencers, and I just keep, as I come across them, I just keep adding them to this list. And what that does, it only feeds me information from their news feed or from their the content they put out, basically. And what it does, it gives me a constant feed or a constant supply of relevant content that's relevant to me. So rather than having to filter through some of the junk and some of the nonsense that comes through the general news feed, in your list, it just gives you exactly what you've asked for. It gives you what you want. And you can create a list for anything. You could create a list for any interest you have, or any specific field you want a constant feed of content around. Another thing I've noticed is on these lists, on these interest lists, you don't get any sponsored posts. They're just content put out by the people you've added to the list. There's no adverts, which I think is fantastic. I love that. That's a great thing, because I'm really sick of the sponsored posts and some of the adverts that come through on Facebook. So I just wanted to share that. If you are currently using, let's just go back here. If you are currently using interest lists, I'd love to hear from you and hear how you're using them. I'd love to hear how they've helped you, or how you feel we could better or make better use of interest lists in digital marketing or just in business in general. Another way you could use them, another way that I'm planning to use them and intend to use it, is to curate that content and feed my audience. So I've set up a number of lists for certain specific target markets and target audiences I'm engaging with, and just use those lists to have a constant supply of content to share and curate with them. So yeah, that's interest lists. Like I said, it's nothing new, but what I've noticed is a lot of people aren't using them as strategically as there could be. So that's Facebook interest lists.